Hey y'all, it's your girl Naya, and God is back with a word. And y'all, I've been going for like 4 or almost 5 days, I think. It's been a while. But this is like a right now word. I was literally gonna wait until tomorrow, but God was like, no. Like, no. Put it out now. It's literally 7:21 in the evening, November 21st. It's a Monday. I literally took off work today because I don't feel good. My throat is kind of hurting. And yeah, so I'm gonna just try to get this work done as soon as possible. I'm gonna get everything that God wants me to get out to y'all. I already prayed, so I asked y'all stop the video. Y'all pray. I ask God to open up your hearts, open up your minds to be able to perceive this word. And you will know if this word is for you. This word should be nothing but confirmation of what God has already told you in this hour. It shouldn't be nothing like literally like brand new that you're now hearing. Anything that you see, any prophetic word, any prophetic message should be nothing but confirmation of what God has already told you. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like nothing where you're just trying to claim, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be something that you're just claiming to be your word, you know? So it should be nothing but confirmation to you. Y'all, this is a long word, okay? This is regarding to you and your kingdom spouse and what's going on, like what's about to happen for y'all, what is happening right now in this hour for y'all. So this is like a Rhema word. This is a right now prophetic word. I'm sorry if I sound really low. I'm gonna get closer so y'all can see me. Okay, so the title of this video is y'all, I'm sorry if I sound so dry, but like just bear with me because I do not feel good. So the title of this video is you and your spouse have crossed the finish line. It is time. That is literally what God told me. And these last couple of days been like so like emotional, so heavy, so I've been really irritable, really sensitive lately. Like these last couple of days I've been extra sensitive. Like my body just been extra sensitive. Y'all, it's just been, I don't know if y'all have been feeling that too, but it's just been really, I've been really sensitive lately. And I don't know, I kind of know what it is, but I just really know that it's this, what I'm about to give y'all is like literally so close to where I can literally feel it in my spirit. And I can already tell because anytime God gives me like a download and something's about to happen, it's always like a little bit of spiritual warfare that always tries to come up right before it literally happens and manifests in physical. I'm telling y'all. But that's besides the point. That's not even that important. So what's important is what God is trying to get through to us today. So I'm going to start off with the prophetic word. And then, of course, y'all know we got the confirmations. And then we got the scriptures. And we got the songs. So this is going to be a long video. I advise y'all to go get y'all some water. Make y'all some tea or something. I should have made me some tea, but it's okay. So I'm gonna start off by reading. Y'all just follow me. It's no scriptures yet, so just listen to what I'm saying. So as I said before, ask God to open up y'all spiritual ears. Ask God to open up y'all spiritual mind so that y'all can perceive and understand this word that I'm about to give y'all. Make sure y'all pray and ask God if this video is for you or not for you or not. You'll feel in your spirit. So God is saying you have made it. This is where your past season ends and you are walking into a new season, a new beginning. This is the end, the finish line of your race. You completed this part of your journey and I was always here to cheer you on. Though at times you doubted me, at times you couldn't see the work that I was doing, at times you allowed the enemy to overtake your mind with constant thoughts of negativity. You allowed him to feed you with deceptive lies and counterfeit opportunities when it came to waiting on my finished product. You have been refined and purified through me, my Son, and the Holy Spirit that dwells within you. You have been changed, made anew, and granted another opportunity to not only want better for yourself, but to have a reason to live better for me. You now have a purpose, a sense of identity in me. I'm applauding you in heaven. In fact, everyone in heaven is cheering you on and excited for your victory, my child. You are to be celebrated right now in this hour. The time has come for you to be reunited with your other half. The other side of you is necessary in this next season that I'm taking you in. 2022 was necessary for me to bring you two into alignment. Y'all see 2022, 222. Oh my gosh, God is so good. I know the separation was not an easy process. It hurt. It was confusing. It looked absolutely ridiculous in man's eyes, but I knew you'd be obedient to this assignment, which is why I chose you to partake on this journey. I've called you to rise above the others, not to be better, but to humbly uplift them. Those who need those wise words of wisdom, encouragement, and also those who are seeking healing, those who are seeking peace. I am now calling the two of you to become one in the spirit, to be helpers on earth. I need you both to operate as a unit, to think as one, to be a team, and to be examples of the marriages that I mandate. I am trusting you with such great honor and responsibility, not to be perfect, but to be physical representation of what a kingdom marriage looks and feels like when it's created by me. I have now given my son the green light to come forth and take you as his bride. I have given him permission to proceed with being the first man in your life, besides me. The time has come where I've worked on the two of you. I've healed the broken pieces in you two. I've changed your hearts and your perceptions of love. I've humbled the two of you so that you would know that without me there is no you. I brought the two of you all the way down just so I could build you all the way back up stronger, more resilient, and better than ever. Smile, dance, praise. It's here. It's happening and the time has come. Now I could just stop the whole video because that right there, like, literally made me want to cry. Like, these last couple days been so sensitive. Like, I've been so sensitive. I've been so like, oh my gosh, like, okay. Let's just proceed with the word. Y'all, I'm sorry if I seem so dry, but I really don't feel good. But God is literally telling me to get this word out, like, now. Okay, so the confirmations that God gave me a couple of days ago, but when I was getting ready for work, I think I was finishing up a video or editing a video and I was about to post it, and the song Green Light by John Legend came to my mind. Now, before I even did this video, God gave me this song earlier this week, right? And so he sent me a confirmation on that song that he gave me through another prophetic message. He gave me a prophetic word, and I think the women's ministry is called Trust Obey. Imagine Trust Obey Ministries. It's something like that. I apologize if I'm wrong, but that's like her ministry name. And in the video, she was talking about it was something to do with kingdom spouses, and God is now releasing them. And so, literally in the song, she started singing it, and I was literally crying, like tears, because the way that God follows up with confirmation, it just makes my heart just melt, because I know that I'm not tripping. I know that God is literally talking to me, and I know God is placing stuff on my spirit for a reason. And I know, like, when God is speaking to me, like, I know some people be like, no, that's just a coincidence, but no, I don't take nothing by coincidence no more. I know when God is trying to speak to me. So when you know, and especially when God follows up with confirmation and you don't even ask, it just be like, dang, God, like, I knew I wasn't tripping. So he gave me, give me the green light. I woke up singing the song. It was like, give me the green light, give me just one. I can't sing, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put the lyrics up here because my voice is terrible right now. So in the song, he says, give me the green light. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right now. That's the lyric that just kept repeating in my mind. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right now. Give me the green light. So that's the part that kept repeating in my mind, in my head. And so just yesterday, God also gave me the song, well, I take this as a sign of confirmation. So yesterday, before I went to church, I woke up. Now, I don't know why this song was placed on my mind, but it was Magic Hour by Janae Aiko, right? And it started playing in my head. Now, before I give y'all the lyrics, I had a whole journal entry, so that's why I say this video is gonna be a little long. So on August the 7th of 2022, this is like a little bit right after, like, me and my kingdom spouse went into second separation. So I said, God, this was at 1:54 a.m. on August the 7th, 2022. It says, God, the word for today is miracle. That word has been on my mind for the last couple of days, as well as the song Magic Hour by Janae. I keep hearing, it ain't perfect, but everything's beautiful. And waiting for a miracle, maybe you're the miracle, in her song. Don't know why, but I woke up singing that song, and these specific lyrics from the song kept repeating itself in my head. I have a feeling that something is coming my way. It's going to be good no matter what. You've got me, Lord. On top of that, I seen a prophetic word. This is like months ago. I seen a prophetic word, and the video was titled, Your Last Minute Miracle. And I said, Lord, you and your signs and wonders, LOL. Like, that is just crazy how God literally gave me a song months ago, but it was a different part of the song. So, and back then he gave me, it ain't perfect, but everything's beautiful. And waiting for a miracle, maybe you're the miracle. So this is before I even started my ministry. This is before I even was we were even in alignment This is before all of this, y'all. Like, God literally built this up for a reason. God is just so strategic how he does things. And so yesterday when I woke up, this is the part that was sitting in my mind. This is like right after I had a prophetic dream. I'm not gonna go into the prophetic dream because God is not leading me to, but so I woke up singing these lyrics, and it says, "It is like you swept me on my feet and tied me to shore. Somehow your anchor turned stranger. Can't take this anymore. Ready for a miracle. Chill into the sunsets. I'm ready for the magic hour. It ain't perfect, but everything's beautiful now." And so when God gave me the song, it was kind of like God was literally saying, like, it's ready. It's time. Like, your person knows it's you. Like, I've dealt with this person. I've dealt with you. I've built you guys up. I've worked on you guys. I've healed you guys. I've healed the broken pieces in you two. I've broke y'all down just so y'all can see that without me there is no you. Like, the two of you do not even exist without me. This love cannot exist without me in the middle, in the center. And she says, "It is like you swept me on my feet and tied me to shore." That's like your kingdom spouse saying, like, this love that they feel, they can't explain it. It's like an indescribable love. And if you feel that love, you know that it's literally like an indescribable love that you have for this person. It's God's agape love that he's placed inside of you for your person. And it's not a regular love. It's a supernatural type of love. So you really can't explain it to anybody. Nobody's going to be able to understand it and perceive it like you and your person can, right? And she says, "Can't take anymore." Like, your person's at the very, like, y'all made it. Like, God is saying, like, I've called you two to come together now. I've mandated it to happen now. I've gave access. I've ordained it to happen now in this hour. She says, "Ready for a miracle. I'm ready for the magic hour. I'm ready for the magic hour. It ain't perfect, but everything's beautiful now." Bro, it's crazy. That is so crazy. And I literally said, I'm gonna put this in here too because I feel led to. Y'all, this time I was like going through so much mentally and stuff. Like, especially after my second separation. I really thought I was ready the first time, but that just goes to show you that God does everything strategically and on purpose, because sometimes we get a little bit ahead of ourselves and God has to show us, like, no. Like, you know, you still got stuff to work on. And I said, I was feeling like so distraught, y'all. I was like, what did I say? I said, "I love you so much, God. I'll go anywhere you go, God." And I mean it. I want to be where you are no matter what. I'm feeling so much better. My heart feels settled. My emotions and mental health are doing so much better as well. I have things to continue working on. At this time, I was like, you know what? I still got things I need to be working on. It's a reason for why God is calling me to back in a season where, you know, a separation. I said, "I'm reiterating my boundaries. I'm learning to release control, learning how to be gentle, how to not let the enemy keep me from trusting your plans over my life despite the physical. I know you're never going to forsake me. I know you will not lead me astray or give me false hope. This time around, I trust you more, Lord. This time, my faith is stronger. See, a year ago, I would have folded and said, forget this entire promise, but you worked on me. You remained patient with me. You loved me through all my flaws. You forgave me when I acted against your word. And most importantly, you never, ever left from beside me. You have been my lover, my best friend, my parent, my teacher, and you taught me more than anyone can or ever will. You've revealed to me so much in so little time. When I think back on the past me, it amazes me how much wisdom you've given me, Lord. The song, at the end of my journal entry, I said the song he gave me was Magic Hour by Janae Aiko. And the signs, the word that he kept bringing to my attention was miracle. That's when he started giving me the number 222, Adam and Eve, and then big surprise. Oh, wow. It's crazy. So yeah, y'all, that was the confirmation. I don't know if there was any confirmation for y'all, but that was literally so much for me. And the next confirmation that I have, I don't know if y'all been experiencing this as well, but I've been hearing like so many sirens, like ambulances. Like, God is saying, like, this is urgent, like this has to happen now. I'm calling it for it to happen now. I'm literally decreeing and declaring that it's happening now. Like, it's like what is it? It's like an emergency. Like, it had to happen. The reason being that this had to happen is, you know, of course, for love, but at the same time, like, we have work to do. God is calling these kingdom marriages to heal and to bring other people closer to him. Y'all see all this stuff that's happening right now. All these couples getting divorced. It's just so much stuff happening in this world. People killing people, you know. It's a lot of stuff. People need love. People need healing. People need that right now. Like it has to happen. God is calling it to happen. He's calling it for these. He's calling these marriages to come together right now in this hour. So if you don't believe it still, that's just gonna be on you and you're gonna miss out. But those of y'all who do believe and do have faith in God, y'all know like this is happening. You feel it. Like, you know, you spiritually in tune with God. You're in alignment. You know what God has been telling you. So I've been hearing train sounds, sirens. So just it's coming. It's here. It's now. It's happening. Like, so the next confirmation that God gave me was the number 33. Now I've been seeing this number so much, like these last couple of weeks. I don't know what it is. So I looked it up on the Greek Strong Concordance, and the number 33 symbolizes completion, of course, but it also symbolizes, I found this really interesting, it represents come, like I'm like it's coming, like come, like and it was an exclamation point when it said come. So like this is gonna make so much more sense when I read y'all the scriptures, because we're gonna be in songs of songs. And so God also gave me Romans 11:33. Now he gave me the number 11:33, but I looked up what 11:33 actually symbolizes, what it means biblically, you know what I mean? So let me read that out for y'all. Romans 3:33. And I believe I had the Message version. Okay, so Romans 11:33 says, have you ever come on anything quite like this extravagant generosity of God, this deep wisdom? It's way over our heads. We'll never figure it out. That's why I love the Message version, because it really just like, it just makes it real plain and simple for you. Like, the wisdom that God is giving us, even on these God ordained marriages, is like ridiculous. Like, can't nobody do this except for him. The fact that he's even giving us insight on like how our kingdom spouses feel, how what to expect in these kingdom marriages, is just like, it amazes me, because he don't have to do it. He does not have to send us prophetic words. He doesn't have to give us signs and wonders. He doesn't have to send us confirmations, but he still does it, because why? He's God, and he said that he will never leave us or forsake us or leave us confused. God is not a God of confusion. So the fact that he even does any of this gives us wisdom and insight on the situation, the kingdom spouses, like your prodigal, like your marriage, like the fact that he even revealed to some of us, like our husbands and our wives, before we even were married and stuff, like before we even were recording with them, before they even knew, is just crazy. It amazes me, because he's such an awesome guy. Honestly, I think that's amazing. I think that's such an honor if he did that to you. Like, if he revealed your person to you before they even knew, I feel like that's very special. Like, you're special. Like, you're special. Like, that's different. Like, that's special right there. Okay. Oh my God, my throat is hurting. Okay, guys. So, oh my gosh, we still have a lot. So next, God gave me the numbers 9:33. So I looked this up as well. I keep seeing this number over and over and over. So 9:33, I looked it up on Greek Strong's Concordance, and it means a palace, royal places. So it means a palace, something very of high stature, like something luxurious, like, you know what I mean? Like, God is taking us, he's elevating us to a place where most people don't get to go. So you have to treat yourself, like, you have to carry yourself like you're God's child. Like, I've been working on myself with a lot about that lately as well. Like, Holy Spirit really been convicting me about my outfits, like the stuff that I wear. That's why I have not posted on Instagram in so long, because like a lot of them clothes and stuff that I used to wear, like, Holy Spirit really convicted me. And God even used my kingdom spouse even to convict me. Like, it was before, like, I actually like went through all my clothes and stuff, but like, it was one thing that he said that really, like, I was like, dang, maybe that was a sign, confirmation from God, because that's a whole different video. But like, you got to carry yourself like God. You have to look at yourself how God sees you. You are chosen. You are God's child. So God wants you to carry yourself like you are his. Don't be walking around here embarrassing him. And you know what I mean? You can't be out here embarrassing God. So carry yourself like you're a child of God. We ain't perfect, but we always learning. And the more you know, the better you will do. So What is the one saying? When you know better, you do better. So the next number that he gave me, he's been giving me a lot. Besides, you know, we all been saying 222. I'm not even gonna bring that up because y'all already know what that's about. 833. He's been giving me 833 a lot as well. 833 is to go straight, to advance. So like I just said, with 933, we're advancing, we're elevating. Like, y'all know it's the end of the year, and God has been really speaking to me about like the number 2022. So 2022, it's so funny because I'm not even gonna get into that, but it's really something that's like really deep confirmation. 2022, it's a lot in that itself, but the fact that 2022 was like the year for a lot of us to become in alignment with our kingdom spouses and with ourselves and our relationships with God is just crazy, because God is literally saying like 2023, he told me this earlier, he downloaded this in my spirit earlier, that 2023, a lot of y'all are going to be walking into this next year with your kingdom spouses. Like, y'all are literally walking into this next year with your kingdom spouses. Whether y'all are courting, whether this person is coming back really soon to propose, like whether this person is coming to make amends, you know what I mean? Like, this person is, you're walking into this new year with this person, and that's like really specific. So take that back to God, because it's not for everybody. And you'll know if that word is for you because God has told you that. So take that back to God. That was very specific. Next, so we are about to go to scriptures. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verses 2. This is the NIV version. Yes, so let me go ahead and read this. So starting with verse 2, it says, okay, let me just comment on this verse before I read it. So somebody actually commented this. Thank you so much for commenting this on my last video. I want to say it was like a couple of videos ago I posted on YouTube, and somebody commented this, and it was just like chef's kiss to you, because this literally reiterated what God has told me on this word, and he just gave me this word. He started downloading this word over the weekend to me. So like, thank you so much for leaving that verse underneath my video, because I went back to it and I was like, oh my gosh, like, God, this literally is going in this video, because this is literally what God is saying. So 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verses 2 NIV. So it says, for he says, in the time of my favor I heard you, and in the day of salvation I helped you. I tell you, now is the time of God's favor. Now is the day of salvation. Verse 6, in purity, understanding, patience, and kindness, in the Holy Spirit, and in sincere love. Oh my gosh, like, I told y'all, like, God is saying like, now is the time. And y'all, this kind of low-key reiterating the word that he gave me. I think it was here comes the bride, and I said the covenant is here, and that was like a few weeks ago. But like, the closer that it gets, the more I can feel it in my spirit. Like, I can literally, like, lately I've been feeling like so excited. Like, I've been really sensitive in spirit. Like, I've been feeling so sensitive. I don't know if y'all been feeling like that, but like, I've been like very easily like irritable, but at the same time, like, I've been really excited. It's so weird. I've never really felt like this before. And let me just continue. So the next verse we're going to Songs of Songs. The rest of these verses are going to be from Songs of Songs. And the way that God brought me to this, because when he gave me this download, I was like, God, okay, I need you to give me some scriptures. Like, I need some scriptures to give your people. I can't just, you know, sometimes God gives me scriptures to go off of, and then sometimes he doesn't. So I want y'all to know that it's not that I'm purposely just getting on her, just running my mouth. Like, if God gives me a scripture, I'm gonna give y'all the scriptures. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And it's up to you to take that back to God. I tell y'all every single video, take everything back to God. I don't care if it's my video or not. Take everything that I say back to God. And it should be nothing but confirmation when you listen to my videos. But God led me to Songs of Songs. So God has been trying to get, I've never read Songs of Songs until today. And the way that this kind of happened, so God had already told me to read Songs of Songs. And I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to read it. But I didn't read it exactly when he told me to. So I was like, okay, God, I need these scriptures. And he was like, go read Songs of Songs. I keep telling you to go do it, but you're not doing it. So go read Songs of Songs and you'll understand why. I went back to read Songs of Songs, and I was like, Lord, he blows my mind every time. Like, he be telling me to do stuff and I be questioning sometimes. Yeah, I don't know, like, if y'all prophetic, y'all know, like, sometimes you be thinking you tripping. Like, when God tell you to do something, you be like, maybe that's just me, maybe that's God. And I be like, God. Sometimes I be tripping, sometimes I be overthinking it, like when God be trying to speak to me, but that's besides the point. If you know, you know. Sometimes we can overthink it. Sometimes we can become overwhelmed. Like when God gives me like a really, really major download, sometimes I get like overwhelmed and I feel like it's a lot, and I feel like it's just a lie because I have to give it to y'all in the way that y'all gonna understand it, the way that God gave it to me. And so that's why I pray every single, like before I do any video, y'all, I pray and I ask God to decrease my spirit and increase his spirit 100%, because I don't want anything that I say to be out of my flesh, right? Because it's going to be me talking and not God. I need God to speak through me. I need him to use me as a mouthpiece to speak to y'all. I cannot do this by myself. I can't do this in my own strength. I'm going to be on here looking ridiculous, like crazy. So we're going to song the songs. We're in Songs of Songs, chapter 2, verses 7 through 13 NIV. So it says, Daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you by the gazelles. I don't know if I said that right, but I charge you by the gazelles and by the doves of the field. Do not arouse them or awaken love until it so desires. That's where that comes from, like that term or that phrase, don't awaken love before it's time. Listen, my beloved. Look, here he comes, leaping across the mountains, bounding over the hills. My beloved is like a gazelle or a young stag. Look, there he stands behind our wall, gazing through the windows, peering through the lattice. My beloved spoke and said to me, Arise, my darling, my beautiful one, come with me. See, the winter is past, the rains are over and gone. Flowers appear on the earth, the season of singing has come. The cooing of doves is heard in our land. The fig tree forms its early fruit, The blossoming vines spread their fragrance. Arise, come, my darling, my beautiful one, come with me. So let me go back to the confirmation that God gave me, because this is he gave me this confirmation before I even read this verse. So the number 33 also represents come. Like, don't be surprised if your kingdom spouse come back and ask you to move in with them. Y'all move away, move out of town. I don't know. Like, be ready to go. God told me the other day, like, be ready to go. Be ready to go. Like, be ready to go. You have to be prepared. That's why I've been telling y'all. God has been telling us to prepare, especially kingdom women, kingdom wives. Prepare yourselves, prepare your mind, prepare your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be leaving family, maybe. You're going to be leaving your loved ones, maybe. Like, maybe you'll be moving out of town. I don't know. The assignment that God has you on, everybody's assignment is different. You may need to move out of town. You may need to move to a different place. You may need to move away from your family for a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be ready to go. Yeah. Some of y'all probably ain't even thought about that yet, but that's something that you need to be thinking about. You need to take that back to God, because it's not for everybody. It's really specific. Songs of Songs, chapter 3, verses 5 through 8. Daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you by the gazelles and by the doves of the field. Do not arouse or awaken love before it so desires. Who is this coming up from the wilderness like a column of smoke? Our babies, our kingdom husbands, our kingdom wives, okay? Come with what he says. Who is this coming up from the wilderness like a column of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and incense made from all of the spices of the merchant? Look, it is Solomon's carriage, our kingdom spouses, escorted by 60 warriors, the noblest of Israel, all of them wearing the sword, of all experienced in battle, each with his sword at his side, prepared for the terrors of the night. Y'all, God has equipped these men with strength and wisdom, okay? This man cannot lead you without God, okay? God had to equip his sons with wisdom and the strength to be our leaders, right? Because when you're getting married, your husband is the leader. Like, you have to submit and allow your husband to lead. That's why it's important to seek first the kingdom of heaven. Like Matthew 6:33 has also been like coming up to me, because as kingdom wives, we have to be able to submit and allow our husbands to lead. Like, lead. To be men, okay? Allow your man to be a man, okay? Allow him to lead and provide for you. I know that's hard for some of us females. You know, some of us come from, families who have a lot of dominant females, or really dominant masculine traits. And I come from, that background. So it's a work in progress. Like, we're not perfect, but it's something that you need to be working on, like allowing your man to be a man. And if you need to, continuously reading your scriptures. Everything that you need is in the Bible. Everything that you need to, if it's something that you need to heal within yourself, ask God to allow you to heal that part of yourself so that you can be the best person for your husband or your wife. And so it says, its post he made of silver, its base of gold, its seat was upholstered with purple. That's cute. I ain't even trip off that. Its interior inlaid with love. Daughters of Jerusalem, come out and look, you daughters of Zion. Look on King Solomon wearing a crown, the crown with which his mother crowned him on the day of his wedding, the day his heart rejoiced. Y'all, we are getting married. Y'all see how I whispered that? Don't say it too loud, because everybody ain't gonna be for that. Everybody ain't gonna be happy for you. So you gotta be not tripping off that either. But I said, we getting married, okay? Okay? That's what y'all need to know. We getting married. Okay, so next we're going to Songs of Songs, chapter 4, verses 7 through 10. I told y'all this is going to be a long word, so bear with me. Take a break if you need to. Go take a bathroom break. Go get some popcorn. Go get some tea. I don't know. Okay, so starting with verse 7. It says, you are altogether beautiful, my darling. Oh, this is just... You are altogether beautiful, my darling. You are altogether handsome, my darling. There is no flaw in you. Okay, this is what your kingdom spouse is saying. Okay, come with me from Lebanon, my bride. Come with me from Lebanon. So I told y'all, God has been saying, be ready to go. Be ready to dip. Be ready to pack your bags and leave. Be ready to go with your kingdom spouse to fulfill your kingdom assignment. Some of y'all are probably moving. Okay, whether it's, maybe across town, across the city, out of town, maybe out of the country, be ready to go. Okay, be ready to go. Whatever God is calling y'all to do, whatever ministry He's calling y'all to, whatever assignment is on y'all lives, whatever calling is on y'all lives, be ready to go. Okay? Some of y'all about to go. And it's for good. Don't be scared, because anything that God ordains, anything that God's put together, it is for your greater good, okay? So don't be scared, don't be fearful. Yeah, so it says, come with me from Lebanon, descend from your crest of Amana, from the top of Senir, the summit of Hermon, from the lion's dens in the mountains, haunts of leopards. You have stolen my heart, my sister, my bride. You have stolen my heart with one glance of your eyes, with one jewel of your necklace. How delightful is your love, my sister, my bride. How much more pleasing is your love than wine, and the fragrance of your perfume more than any spice. That's what your kingdom spouse is saying. Like, they love you. Can't nobody top you, like, in their eyes. Like, can't nobody top you. Can't nobody make them feel like you make them feel. Like, can't nobody, like, it don't matter how cute or how another person dressed. It doesn't matter how tall they may be, how much more muscular they might be, how much more another person may work out. It doesn't matter. They don't do for, it's you for them. Like, that's basically so many words what I'm trying to say. Like, it's you for them. Like, it's you for them. Like, can't nobody make them feel like you make them feel. Can nobody make them, it's just, y'all connected on such a spiritual level. Like, y'all are connected on such a supernatural level that just a lot of people not gonna be able to understand. Like, you gotta be, it gotta be ordained by God in order for you to feel like this with this person. That's what I'm telling y'all. You can't feel like this with just anybody that you try to make yourself feel like this with. You gotta be somebody that your God ordains to be with. Okay, so one last verse and we're gonna go to the songs and we'll be done, y'all. So the last thing that we're going to read, the last scripture that we're going to read is Songs of Songs, chapter 6, verses 7 through 9. And it reads, your temple behind your veil are like the halves of pomegranate. 60 queens there may be, and 80 concubines, and virgins beyond number. But my dove, my perfect one, is unique, the only daughter of her mother, the favorite of the one who bore her. The young women saw her and called her blessed. The queens and concubines praised her. Exactly. So basically, this is basically saying, like, no matter what these other girls may be trying to do for your man, or whatever these other dudes are trying to do for your girl, your kingdom spouse, like they can't do it, because God has called you to be able to do, to make, God has literally placed the love for this individual inside of you. So can't nobody else give them that love that you can give to them, because God placed it in you for a reason, right? I don't know why I just did my hair like that. But God has literally placed that in you specifically so that they'll know you by the love that God has placed in you. That is how that your kingdom spouse will recognize you, because God has literally placed certain things in you that'll only suffice when it comes from you. So that is how your kingdom spouse will know that it's you. You don't even need to tell this person. You don't need to do anything, because God is going to reveal those things in you to them himself. You don't have to do not a thing. You don't have to tell this person that they're who God has called you to be. Like, you don't have to explain anything to this person, because they're going to know you by your spirit, right? Because you're their rib. And that person, if you're a man watching this, that person is a part of you. So they'll know who you are. God will reveal you to them without you even having to tell them. Okay, so next we are going to get into the songs. So the first song that I have, literally So Ideal. God has been giving this song for me since, he's been giving me this song since, I want to say July or August. So since July or August, this is before I even started my ministry, and God literally gave me this song the other day. And I was like, what is this song called? And I know this song, y'all. I literally grew up listening to this song. And it started off, God had brought me, let me just look up the lyrics so I don't sing this wrong. Because I know this song by heart, but I just don't want to go there with y'all. And I don't need y'all coming for me in the comments either. So, okay. So this is Let's Get Married by Jagged Edge. So it starts off by saying, see, first of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to be real and say what's on my heart. Let's take this chance and make this love feel relevant. Didn't you know I loved you from the start? Yeah, I'm going to sing. When I think about all the years we put in this relationship, who knew we'd make it this far? When I think about where would I be if we were just to fall apart, and I can't stand the thought of you leaving. And so the chorus is actually like, meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. Been feeling you all the while, girl. I must confess. Girl, let's just get married. I just want to get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. And he says the same thing, like, let's get married, baby. Like, let's get married. I told y'all, some of y'all kingdom spouses. Matter of fact, all y'all kingdom spouses are going to marry you, because that's the whole point. But like, some of y'all kingdom spouses are literally about to come back, like trying to put a ring on it, like wife you up. Your kingdom spouse knows that you are that deal, okay? You're wifey material, your hubby material, okay? Like, your kingdom spouse knows that God has literally been speaking to them on your behalf, right? Your prayers have not been going unanswered. And if you still have not seeing things in the physical with your kingdom spouse, just continue being patient. Like, that's it. That's all. Nothing but patience, literally. I'm sorry, y'all. And then he said, I done it all. But frankly, girl, I'm tired of this emptiness. I want to come home to you and only you. So let's just stop right here, because I know, like, in this day and age, everybody wants to be, what is it called? It's a word that I'm looking for, and it's just not coming to my mind. But in this day and age, everybody wants to have multiple partners. Nobody wants commitment. And I even prayed on this myself, because I used to be in that. I used to have that Jezebel spirit. Like, I used to be so bound to that Jezebel spirit. And God had to really change my heart posture about a lot of things, and a lot of perceptions that I had on, like, love in itself. Like, I used to have so many ideas in my head that I just thought that I wanted for myself that was not of God, and not God's plan for me. And so God had to really do an inner work on me before he even put me in alignment with my kingdom spouse. And I told y'all, God is very strategic with how he does everything. It just all makes sense. Like, he says, I want to come home to you and only you. Like, your kingdom spouse when you have a kingdom spouse, you don't need nobody else. Can't nobody else suffice what your kingdom spouse can do for you and give to you. Like, can't nobody else, like, it's just basically, you can't settle. Like, when you know that God has given you a kingdom spouse, you can't just come out here and settle for anybody. Like, at that point, you should know that you only want this person and just this person by themselves. You shouldn't even be craving other people. Now, I'm not saying that we're not human, we're imperfect. Like, we have things that we consistently need to heal and work on, but your king and spouse is saying, I want to come home to you and only you. Because making love to just anyone ain't happening, right? I just got to be with you. Do you think about us finishing something we started so long ago? So a lot of y'all, this is more so for people who know who their king and spouses are. Like, your king and spouse is saying, like, let's finish this out. Like, let's make it to this finish line. Let's cross this finish line together. Let's jump over this line together. Like, let's do this. Let's make this thing happen. Let's get married. Let's do this. Like, your person is basically saying, like, let's do this. Let's make this real. Like, let's do this. Like, let's get married. Literally, it's so plain and simple. Like, let's get married. And then he says, I want to give you my all. Do you think about maybe having us some babies? Come on, won't you be my lady forever, girl? Like, that's what he's saying. Like, that's what your boss is saying. Like, your person wants to have a whole future, house and home, white picket fence future with you. Like, this person wants to have kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this person wants a future with you, a future home. Like, they know that you're their home. Like, in spirit, like, you're their home. You make this person feel at peace when they're around you. You make this person feel at home. Like, they can't find this feeling with nobody else. And that's not to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, still be humble about it, like, about how you move with this person, because at the end of the day, we're still imperfect, but God has created you to be with this person. So you are their home, you are their peace. And y'all always gonna have probably, you know, disagreements. Y'all always gonna have stuff that y'all need to work on together, of course, but don't hold things over this person's head. Like, when they come back, I'm telling y'all, do not do it. That's not of God. That's not how God wants you to operate in this hour. God, at this point, God has already worked on your heart posture, so you should be in the mind frame of, like, you should already know what to say. Like, if this person come back in the ring, you should know what your answer should be, and that should be yes and amen. Hallelujah. Like, if God has brought you to this point to cross this finish line, God has already healed you. He's already worked in your heart posture. That's why it's very important to know when is your marriage season. Like, if God has told you this is your marriage season, you know what God has dealt with in you. You know that you worked on it. You know you forgave this person by now. And if you still haven't, then it's probably not your marriage season yet. And that is okay. Like, that is definitely okay still. So be patient with yourself. Allow yourself to heal so that you can be equally yoked with this individual, right? Okay, so after that, he says, I'm ready to commit to you. I'm ready to commit to you is what your king spouse is saying. And I just can't wait for that night because I need you here with me. Let's start a family. So your king spouse is like, let's make this thing happen. Like, let's get to it. Let's get to business. Like, wedding night, honeymoon night, like let's get to the business. So, and it just repeats itself. Like, meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger girl. We might as well do it. Like, let's make this thing real. Let's make this thing official. Let's make this thing official is what he's saying, or what she's saying. Like, more than likely what he's saying, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, and kingdom men, you are to propose to your wife, okay? You are to get down on one knee and make this thing official. So, kingdom men, if God has called you to propose or to reach out to your kingdom spouse, please be obedient and listen, okay? Yeah. That's what we're doing, okay? Next song we have is Possibilities by Timothy Bloom. Now, I don't even know this song, and it's so funny that God gave me this song because never in my life have I ever heard this song. But I listened to it on and a lot of times when God gives me a song that I don't know, I automatically look up the lyrics to see if it even, like, you know what I mean, if it even is sent from him, or, you know, if it gotta make sense. Like, it gotta make sense. So I look at the lyrics, talk to God about it. And so basically I'm gonna read the lyrics to y'all. So this is called Possibilities by Timothy Bloom. And he says, I had a conversation with myself, going back and forth, picking the pieces apart, lining them one by one, has made me realize that what's inside of me is breaking me down. I'm not the man I used to know. I've got so much to give and little to show. And if loving you now is my mistake, then I'll give it all up before your heart starts to break. It's not you, it's me getting in the way of possibilities. What is it about your love that makes me want to go for changes? Only you can make it better. You're needed like the sky needs the moon. giving light to the pit of my darkness. Only you could shine through. These songs all literally reiterate each other, but y'all, these lyrics, like, I'm just like starstruck right now, because I told y'all, like, your kingdom spouse is your other half. Like, you can't, like, that's why I just realized that it's so important and so imperative that we literally pray for our kingdom spouses, because praying for them is praying for ourselves. I just have to realize that, like, praying for your kingdom spouse is praying for your own, like, it's praying for yourself. Like, so when you pray for yourself, you need to be praying for this person, because that's your other half. That's a part of you. You two are one in spirit, right? You two are one in spirit. So when you pray for yourself, you should be praying for this individual. When you're praying for him, you need to be praying for yourself as well. This part really stuck out to me, because it says, and if loving you now is my mistake, then I'll give it all up before your heart starts to break. So this just literally reiterated the fact that some of y'all probably are doubting if y'all can, if this even gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all thinking of it as like, it may happen, like, or, you know what I'm saying, what if it doesn't happen? Like, some of y'all have been wavering, y'all doubts have just been wavering. So it literally says, and if loving you now is my mistake, then I'll give it all up before your heart starts to break. Your kingdom spouse is going to come back. Like, he's going to, whether it's a, you know what I'm saying, this could be for men of God and women of God, but like, when your kingdom spouse comes back, they know, like, time has literally flown by. I don't know how long y'all been in separation. Like, everybody been in separation for different amounts of time. But this person knows that, like, they got to right their wrongs. We already talked about Let Me Explain Right My Wrongs by Bryson Tiller. But they already know that, like, you know what I'm saying? They had to go to some, God had to take them to some places. God had to break them down. Just like y'all know, we went through our wilderness season, we went through our isolation period, and it was hard. So that's why it's very imperative that when your person comes back, you are gentle, you're soft, you're kind, you're compassionate to them. Because that same love is the same love that you probably wished you had in that time that you needed it, from the people that you had around you. And for me, a lot of people did not know what was going on with me. They just thought I was going, like, you know what I'm saying, like, nobody understood what in the heck was going on in my life, because before I had TikTok, y'all, it was just me and God every day talking about this, like, me and God every single day. And that's why I'm so happy that I have people on here now who actually understand what this journey is like. It's not for the weak. Nobody understands it except the people who are going through it themselves. Nobody's going to be able to perceive these type of things except the people that God has placed on this path and on this journey. So yeah. And then he says, I'm gonna go down. He says, there goes the window to all of my honest mistakes. Reflecting from this lonely heart of mine, I'll regret the day if I ever was the cause of losing you. So he, like, your kingdom spouse knows that he has to come back. Like, God has mandated this to happen now. He's called it for it to happen. Like, it's no way possible that this person can go on living their life without doing what God has placed. They can't go on living their life knowing that God is literally calling them to pursue something. God is putting a kingdom assignment on their lives. He's put a calling. He's chosen them to do specific things. This person can't just go on and not do it. Like, you know what I mean? God literally placed them on this earth to do this assignment, right? We all have individual assignments, and everybody's assignment may be different, but you were literally created to do this specific assignment. So you can't just live your life. God is not going to allow you to just live your life. He's going to allow you to do what you want for a little minute, and you may get away with it for a little bit, even your kingdom spouse. But at a certain point, God is going to call you back. That's why I feel like everybody is a prodigal at some point in time, because there's been a time where everybody had to lose themselves in order to find themselves in Christ. So yeah. Okay, so this song is called You For Me. This is actually a wedding song. It says the wedding song. And I've never heard of this song. I only looked the lyrics up. I don't even think I listened to the actual song. That's the crazy part. So we're going to read these lyrics together, because did I read these lyrics? We're going to read this together, y'all, okay? So it says, You For Me. It starts off by saying, it seems like forever that I have waited for you. In the world of disappointment, one thing is true. God has blessed me. He's blessed you too. In a world of lonely people, I found you. This is what your kingdom spouse is saying. Like, they basically waited all their lives for this. Whether they thought that this is what they wanted or not, this basically is like, it had to happen the way it did. Like, it had to play out the way it did in order for y'all to really, really love each other like y'all do. Like, he says, one thing is true. God has blessed me, and he's blessed you too. In a world of lonely people, I found you. Take my hand and hold me close and don't let me go. You for me and me for you. Together we'll make one, right? One in spirit. We were once strangers all by ourselves, living alone with no one else, but here we are and it's so, so sweet. God must have done this, made you for me. And oh, take my hand, hold me close, don't let me go. You for me for you. Together we'll make one. We were always sleeping on we were always sleeping on the first thing we'd start. Dreaming some love, wondering where you are. How blessed am I that I found you. Now that you're here, I pray you say I do. I didn't even read the lyrics, but like, y'all better say yes, okay? When that man get down on his knee, you better say yes. You better look, you better hold that finger out and be like, here you go. Like, hold the finger out, okay? Y'all already know what to do. Just say yes, okay? Because a lot of these kingdom spouses are coming back with a ring. And the holiday season is near. We got 3 more holidays. Some of y'all getting proposed to. Some of y'all, okay? That's very specific. So take that back to God. I don't want nobody blaming me for not getting proposed to. So take that back to God and yeah, seek confirmation for that. But some of y'all are getting proposed to. He literally says, now that you're here, I pray you say I do. Take my hand and hold me close and don't let me go. You for me for you. Together we'll make one. And so he says the same thing. Like, this is a wedding song. I've never heard of this song before. Like, that's crazy. Amazing how God works. Like, this is a whole wedding song. Y'all go listen to these songs so y'all can get further revelation. Okay, so we got 2 more songs and we're out of here. Okay, so it's oh my God, look at the enemy. Almost made me delete all my stuff. Oh my God. Okay, so the next song is Tell Me It's Real. Now, y'all, I've never heard of this song either. So this is so crazy that how God literally gave me these. So this is Tell Me It's Real by Casey and JoJo. Okay, so this is like my 3rd bit time trying to do this. But your person is literally like, please, like, tell me that when I come back and when I reveal, like, you know, my feelings to you, that you accept me, that you feel the same way that I do. Because a lot of these individuals, like, God told y'all at different times. Like, for some of us, God told us first, and then he told our kingdom spouses, you know what I mean? So when God revealed your kingdom spouse to you, they probably wasn't even like aware of the kingdom assignment and all that. God probably told you way ahead of the time. Like, God probably told you way before he actually awoken them to what was going on and was able to perceive what in the world was going on. And he literally gave you clear instructions not to reveal yourself to them. A lot of us were not told to reveal ourselves to our kingdom spouses. So that's what God wanted us to do. That's what we did. So he says, try, it's all we have to do. It's up to me and you to make this special love last forevermore, right? So it's up to you and your kingdom spouses to be obedient to what God is calling y'all to do as far as your kingdom assignment. Like, it's up to you to be obedient so that you can fulfill the calling on your guys' life, so that this love can last eternity and forevermore. And so he says, baby, you told me that you love me and you were never going to leave my side. And through the bitter end, through the thick and thin, you promised me, baby, that you wasn't going anywhere. Yes, you did, baby. Keep it real. Let me know just how you feel. Tell me that it's real, this feeling that we feel. Tell me that it's real. Don't let love come to just pass us by. And then he says the same thing. And then he says, I can't explain the way that you make me feel. Every time that you told me that you loved me, and you know you did too many times, just when I thought that love could never be a part of me, that's when you came along. You showed me you showed me happiness. Baby, you are the best. I think you're different from the rest. And I really, really love you. Your person knows that it's you. God has literally spoken on your behalf. He's answered your prayers when it came to this individual. Whether you see it or not, it's not for you to see at the moment. And when God brings that time around, you will see physical manifestation of your prayers being answered, your prayers being heard by God in this individual. So literally, y'all, you have to have crazy faith. You have to have childlike faith to believe in something like this. Not everybody's going to be able to understand this promise. Like, you have to have crazy faith. You have to have baby-like faith, childlike faith. You have to believe in the impossible. You have to believe in the miraculous workings of God. You have to believe, like, you got to have that Disney Channel type of faith. Like, you know what I mean? Like how, like in all the cartoons, they believe, even when like their friends told them not to believe and stuff. Hold on. You gotta just believe that it's gonna happen for you. You gotta believe that God is gonna come through on your behalf. Like, you gotta believe that God is gonna work on this individual. You gotta believe that God is gonna work on their hearts. That God is gonna work on you. That God is gonna heal you in this person. He literally says, just when I thought that love could never be a part of me, that's when you came along. You showed me happiness. A lot of our kingdom spouses, like, we were the first to actually show them what love really feels like, because God literally placed that love for them inside of us. So like, a lot of y'all kingdom spouses, like, this that first time probably like really truly feeling like this towards anybody. And I know for myself, this is the first time I ever felt like I loved somebody. Like, I never knew what that was until I met this individual. And that's kind of like how y'all kingdom spouses feel, and how you even feel as well. And he says, tell me that is real, the feeling that we feel. Tell me that is real. Don't let love just come pass us by. And then if you go down, try, it's all we have to do. And mama told me to take it slow. Boy, you just don't know anything about love. It's up to me and you, right? Your kingdom spouse is saying it's up to us, not nobody else. This is between us and God, right? It's up to me and you. If you and I are meant to be, to make this love special, to make this special love last forevermore, then you would know then you would know, you will be sure by the end of this song. So this is your kingdom spouse basically saying, like, when they come back and express their feelings to you, they will literally know that it's you that God sent to them, that they're not crazy, just because the fact that God has literally prepared you for this. He's literally prepared you for this. He's giving you insight on the situation. He's giving you insight on how they feel. He's literally telling you, be ready. Be ready for this individual to come back. Be ready to comfort them, to give them compassion, to give them grace, to give them love, to give them comfort, to give them peace of mind, to pray over them, to pray with them, right? He's literally preparing you, and God didn't have to do none of that. He didn't have to give us insight on any of this. So just praise God that he literally is telling you what to expect right now, because he don't have to at all. God could have just not worked on us. God could have just let us destroy both of each other, to literally just ruin the whole thing by doing it by ourselves. But God wanted this to be a kingdom marriage, not no regular type of love, not no regular type of relationship, but a kingdom marriage, God's way of marriage, how God sees marriages, right? A God mandated marriage, a God ordained marriage. Okay, so the next song that we have is When God Made You by New Song. So I never heard this song as well. I listened to it. Searched up the lyrics, and it goes like this. It says, it's always been a mystery to me how two hearts can come together and love can last forever. Now that I have found you, I believe that a miracle has come when God sends the perfect one. Now gone are all my questions about why, and I've never been so sure of anything in my life. So literally, I'm pretty sure y'all asked the same question too. Like, when God first told you about the marriage and about the kingdom spouse situation, when God revealed to you your person, y'all are probably like, how is this possible? How is this going to be possible? How is this like going to happen, God? Like, how? Just like how? Like, I was just so like, I had so many questions, y'all. I'm like, me married? Huh? Me wanting to be married? What? God, like, what? Me having kids, like, you know what I mean? Like, God, like, come on now. So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all had questions, a lot of y'all had doubts, a lot of y'all were confused. But all in all, you came around, you were obedient. And if you are up to this point, if you're at this point, then you with the program. Like, you got with the program, you've been obedient, you've waited, you've been on the journey, you've been through isolation, you've been through the wilderness season, you've been in the waiting season, you know what I mean? And now is the time where God is releasing this thing to happen. And then he says, oh, I wonder what God was thinking when he created you. Oh, I wonder if he knew everything I would need, because he made all of my dreams come true. When God made you, he must have been thinking about me. So y'all know Adam and Eve, when God made man, he thought about a woman. it can't just be a man without a woman or a woman without a man. You need both. So when God created that man, he thought about you, and when God created you, he thought about that man, because y'all are one in spirit. Like, you are a piece of that. You are his rib, and men, your person is your rib, right? It's not good for men to be alone. God literally said to himself. So for y'all out there who's still thinking like, oh, well, you don't need a man to do this, you don't need a man to do that, or you don't need a woman or a wife to do this and that, honey, go to your word. Literally, God says it's not good for men to be alone. Why? Go read the reason why, okay? I don't want to do all the work for y'all, okay? So he also says, I promise that wherever you may go, wherever life may lead you, with all my heart, I will be there too, right? Okay, so y'all kingdom assignments is literally maybe to go, to move. I don't know. A lot of y'all kingdom assignments are just so much different. Just so, it amazes me how God is really working in this hour, because a lot of y'all gonna be doing so many different things for the glory of God's kingdom. But he says, wherever life may lead you, with all my heart, I'll be there too. So that could be like career paths. Like, a lot of y'all are going to y'all career paths. A lot of y'all been elevated in so many different areas of your life. Like, not only marriage, but like so many different areas. God is literally... Okay, guys. So this is like I'm at the wit's end. My phone is literally not letting me record anything else. I gotta hurry up. So basically, your kingdom spouse is just like, when God created me, he thought about you. And when God created you, he thought about me. Like, there was nothing that God literally missed when he created you, okay? And so it says, okay, we gotta hurry up because my phone is literally out of storage. Okay, so he also says, he made the sun, he made the moon to harmonize the perfect tune. One can't do without the other. They just have to be together. And this is how I know it's true. You're for me and I'm for you, and my world just can't be right without you in my life. Oh, I wonder what God was thinking when he created you. I wonder if he knew everything I would need, because he made all of my dreams come true. He must have heard every prayer I've been praying. He must have knew everything I would need when God made you. When dreams came true, when God made you, he must have been thinking about me. That was so cute, y'all. That sounded like a poem, like literally a poem. Excuse my voice. I think I'm really starting to think I'm getting like sick. This song was just so beautiful. Like, your person now knows that it's time. God has literally given this person permission to pursue you, to come forth, to awaken, to put a ring on it, okay? Your person, your kingdom spouse is ready. I told y'all in the beginning that God literally was the only person that can give this person permission to pursue you. Like, God had to deem them worthy. God had to deem you worthy for this individual. So just like he had to deem them worthy, he had to deem you worthy and ready for both y'all. Y'all both had to be ready individually before y'all came together as one. Because one ready and one other not ready is unequally yoked, okay? So God had to prepare both of y'all. So I hope y'all take this word back to God. I don't have no more storage on my phone, so I have to hurry up before this thing just shuts off on me. I love y'all. Thank y'all for staying tuned through this whole video, and I hope that this literally bring peace to y'all spirit and just help y'all understand, get clarification on what's going on in your kingdom marriage or your marriage season. I hope this is like a lot of confirmation for y'all. If this is your marriage season, okay, take this back to God. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That's what I'm saying. If you know, you know. Thank y'all for constantly subscribing to my channel, supporting my TikTok ministry, supporting the YouTube ministry, supporting my main YouTube. I have 2 other videos I have to edit for that, y'all. I'm sick. I called off work today, type of sick, and I work from home. And I have so much to do. But I'm grateful. This is what I asked for. I'm not gonna complain about it. Y'all, it's literally 8:55. This was like an hour-long word, so I pray that y'all enjoyed this word, that it was just so much, that it was a lot of revelation, that it was a lot of clarification and confirmation for y'all. Stay blessed. Don't forget to be a blessing. Pray for me, because I don't know what's going on. I'm just really hoping I'm not getting sick, because Thanksgiving is literally a couple days away and my throat, sinuses is just horrible. So pray for me, and I'll be praying for y'all, of course. Thank y'all for watching, and peace out. I'll be back when God sends me back. Bye.